So I've already gone out for the day. I went to the eye doctor and picked up my new glasses. I am gonna wear them all day so that I can try to get used to them, because I haven't worn glasses all day in a really long time. So I know I need to let my eyes get adjusted to them. My old pair I had gotten from Warby Parker. They're an online place. I think they might have some in-person places, but like in really big cities, and Harrisburg's not a really big city. They were terrible and I hated them. There was something wrong with them where the like focal point was not right, and I would wear them and they would make me dizzy, nauseous. I would fall all the time going like upstairs and downstairs especially. Like it was bad, and I couldn't drive with them. So I am happy to try out something new. So Lenny drove because I'm just kind of looking at them. They're cute. Lenny drove because they also had to check on his contacts. So he had contacts from a few years ago, like 2 years, and they were bad. Kind of similar issues with me where like they were wrong. So the new eye doctor that's at the place we go to has been really, really thorough with him and has ordered him a pair of trial contacts. So that's what he did today, was to go in and talk with her about the trial pair. So he had to wear them for like a week, I think, for like a so long block of time each day so that he could like test them out and all that. So they're ordering him another pair for him to test out to see how those work. Because these are good, but what he was telling the doctor, like she was confident that she could do better for him. So he's trying out those. I'm trying out my glasses. As far as today goes, right now I'm just gonna eat. Lenny has a call, and then we have to give Rowan his medicine, because that is not a one-person job. The pills are. Lenny can do it as a one-person job. But the eye drops are a two-person job. So we just do everything all at once. He can, the vet gave us these little like pill pockets for him. Hi, and here he is. Yes. So the vet gave us little pill pockets for him to hide the pill in, under the expectation that he would end up eating it and not realizing there's a pill in there. That didn't work. This pill, we're able to crush it. So they were like, yep, you can crush it and mix it in with his wet food so he can take it that way. He just picks out all the pieces, which is really difficult when it's like crushed into like dust, to try to find all the pieces to give them back to him. So now we just cut it in half and just put it in his mouth and make him swallow the pill. Hi. He's like, please, not again. I know. I love you and I want you to get better. So I'm going to eat and probably just chill a little bit. And then I will sit down and fill in my planner for the week and see what I'm going to get around to today, which is probably going to be a decent amount of cleaning because I work for the next 4 days. And I'm not going to want to do anything on my work days. So that's what we've got going on for right now. I have scrubbed the kitchen. I have vacuumed the first floor, and I have mopped the first floor. So I'm feeling pretty good about what I've accomplished. Right now I'm drinking coffee. I've got Chloe over here, and I'm playing my little wine vineyard simulator for a little bit, and just trying to keep an eye on the time and figure out what else I'm going to do for the time being. I feel like there should be more to update, but there's not a whole lot for me. Lenny is right now he's having to pump some water out from the pool cover because it looks like it's taken on too much water, and we don't want anything like bad to happen. So he is using our the shop vac. He's using the shop vac to get the water out, and hopefully that'll be fine. This is our first year actually like overwintering the pool. When we set up the pool in 2022, it wasn't like as level as we wanted it to be. It was within like the acceptable like deviation from like perfect, but it was still a little too unlevel for our liking. So we completely took the pool down after the first year. We took the pool down the first summer, and then we reset it up in the spring of this year, and we re-leveled the area that it was on. So the area itself was leveled prior to that, but it was leveled for a play set. The kids outgrew the play set, and it really wasn't so much that they outgrew it in size. It's just they never played on the play set anymore. And after a couple of years of us like holding on to it, I finally, this is on me, it wasn't Lenny. I finally agreed that we should get rid of it so that we can use the space for something that people are gonna want to actually use. And we opted for the pool. So it's just an above ground, obviously, because we took it down the first year. It's an above ground pool. It's only 4 feet deep. So, you know, it's nothing like huge. We actually got it on the Amazon Prime Day in 2022. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we are working with. But we've all enjoyed it. All 5 of us are now able to use it instead of it just being a play area for only 3 people to possibly use who chose not to use it at all. So it is good, but it wasn't completely leveled enough for the pool. It was level enough for the kids to use it as a play area. So we had to redo that, but it's good now. So we winterized the pool, and this is our first year. So we'll see how well we did in the spring, I guess. So for right now, I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee, play my game a little bit, and just kind of gather myself to see what I'm gonna do next. I was getting restless, and I was like, I know, I will go on a WALK and I was all set to go, but then I heard the wind, and yeah, the wind is entirely too much. So I'm not gonna go outside, but I'm like I said, I feel restless. So ooh, it smells good down here. He still has the candle burning. I'm going to work out in the basement. So we have a Bowflex and a treadmill. So I'm going to probably do a little bit of both. I've got, I think, 45 minutes before I have to go get in the car line and get Evie. Oh, that needs to get plugged in. All right, I'm gonna go figure this out. I just remembered that I was going to film a clip while I was waiting for Evie to do her strength training. And then I remember that I had to stop because it was so unflattering an angle. Cause like there was somebody parked next to me, and I didn't want to feel like I was being watched while I was filming. I'm trying to remember like where I left off at this point. I think I told you that I was going to work out. I spent about, oh no, hold on. Okay. So, I'm printing something right now, and the printer ran out of ink. So, as you know, well, I'll finish in a minute. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. I don't remember where I left off. I was going to film while Evie was at strength training, but there was a person in the car next to me, and I was just too self-conscious. So I worked out for 20 minutes. I did like 10 minutes on like a higher speed and a steeper incline. And then I just did 10 minutes of just a casual walk while I was scrolling Instagram. Then I left to go and get Evelyn. I got to the school 2 minutes before dismissal. I don't like to get there early and wait too long in the car line, because whether I get there 10 minutes before dismissal or 2 minutes before dismissal, I still end up having to wait for the cars to get around. You know, it's the same amount of time as like, so like dismissal happens, and then like 7 minutes after dismissal, I get my kid. So it doesn't matter if I am at the start of the line or the rear of the line, I'm still waiting about 7 minutes. I like to get there though before dismissal happens, because otherwise I'm fighting to make the turn in with all of the cars starting to come back out. So I get there for like dismissal time. So I picked her up, took her over there, and I was going to film, wasn't able to. I did get quite a lot of editing done. Oh, this is, well, you know, this is fine. It's the elementary one. Got quite a bit of editing done in the car instead of, that's what I was going to tell you, that normally I read when I am at strength training for her. And I decided not to. I work tomorrow, and I know that the teacher that I'm covering has quite a few periods that I will have off. Because like I have the planning period, which I may end up getting to cover somewhere else. I tell the secretary who does like all of the scheduling, feel free to put me in somebody else's classroom that needs coverage instead of taking like an actual teacher from their real planning period, because I'm a sub. I don't need to plan. If they don't need me, then I just sit there and I read, which is pretty nice. I don't really have many kids that come to my study halls, and I have 2 of those. And then there's some periods where the teacher that I cover for would normally go into another teacher's classroom and tandem teach, but I'm never needed by any of those teachers. There's 3 different ones and none of them need me. So I'm saving my book until tomorrow because I know I'm going to be able to read a lot of it. So that's why I was editing. Right now I am in my office. I am printing, which it is not actually printing at the moment. It's like paused. Printer not responding. Yeah, no, I caught on to that. All right, so cancel all documents. Yeah, just, I don't want to deal with this. Just cancel all this shit. So I'm a substitute teacher, and I teach from 1st grade all the way up through 9th grade. And I have designed my own subnotes sheet that I fill out and I leave behind for the teachers. Hold on, I gotta cancel this print job. Okay, you are deleting. All right, so I have multiple that I do. So because I substitute for elementary, middle, and high school, I only go up to 9th grade though, so 1st through 9th grade. The notes that I leave for the teachers kind of differ from the grades, you know, like the buildings. So I have one, and this one, I kind of messed up a little bit, but that's okay. So this one, and I'll show you a better view of it. This one is what I do for my elementary kids. So I have one spot that I take attendance on, and all I do is I mark off any kids who are absent, late, or early dismissals while I'm there. The elementary teachers always want to know if there were any helpful students who went above and beyond. So I have a little box where I can fill in some of those names. For elementary, I actually am teaching the lessons. Like I get full-on lesson plans and I have to educate these little kids. So any hiccups that I have that I feel the teacher is going to need to touch base on when they come back, I will fill in lesson notes. If I was confused about something, if kids were struggling with a concept that I was teaching, like anything like that. This way the teacher knows exactly what happened, what needs to be reinforced, or what they mastered. I put that down in my lesson notes section. Let me just show it to you. So yeah, so here's where I take attendance. Here is helpful students. And then here's the lesson notes, and I have it nice and big because I will break it down by subject so that like, and I probably can come back in and redesign it, but I'm just gonna leave it here. Today's highlight, because I always want to make sure that the teacher knows that there was something positive that happened throughout the day. And then any behavior issues, because a lot of times the teachers will say that like if there's any sort of behavioral like issues, problems, hiccups that come about while I am there, to write it down and they will handle it when they come back. So I don't have to do any sort of like discipline or anything. But for the younger kids, I also find that I need that behavior section because emotions can run really high. Like the younger the kid, the bigger the emotions. So if something happens like that, like I remember the one time last year I was covering for a teacher and it was on the morning announcements, it was Childhood Grief Awareness Day. And for our morning meeting, because in the school that I sub in, all the grades, all the classrooms do a morning meeting with the students, we were talking about grief and losing someone. And there were a lot of tears who had a grandparent that died, pets that died, like all of that. So that's something that I would put in there. Like, your kids were really upset first thing in the morning because of this. So, and then the bottom is just notes. So like anything else that's going on, I just put down there. So it's kind of like just a catch-all. Once it's done printing, I'll be able to show you the middle and high school one that I use. I'll just wait until it prints out. It's been like 30 minutes and I've been fighting with my printer, but I finally have one of these printed, complete with the nail polish on it. Red is not my thing. So anyway, I have the absent column, and for the buildings that I sub in, they have 9 periods total. So I have a spot to keep attendance in this column, and then I have a section to talk about each individual class, and then overarching notes over here for anything like if the technology wasn't working, or if I noticed that kids in all of the classes were struggling with like the same thing or whatever. Just anything that like encompasses the classroom, like all of the classes, all the periods as a whole, instead of something that is like period specific. And so that's what that's for. I usually end up filling that section anyway. I made both of these on Canva because like I searched Pinterest when I first started subbing and I couldn't find anything that I really liked. Everything was just like overly cutesy, which I didn't mind for when I was subbing in elementary school, but when I had to pull out one of those pages from middle school, it didn't pass the vibe check, and it wasn't useful for me because like it's a completely different set of like just everything. So I needed something else. Because with the 9 periods, the tiny little attendance block on the elementary one wasn't gonna cut it. I couldn't keep track of each class individually because like I leave these teachers notes. Like I fill these pages, and there have been times where I have filled all of these boxes and I've had to write additional notes on the backside of my pages. I try to make sure that the teacher knows every relevant thing that happened throughout the day while they were not there. So I just made what I needed because I couldn't find it anywhere else. So that is that. I am thirsty. I need to drink more water. I have been down here. At this point now, it's been 45 minutes. And all I wanted to do was print off 20 pages. 2 files, 10 copies each, 45 minutes. Is it any wonder why I just could not handle printing anymore? Like, And then throughout all of this, I ran out of black ink and I ran out of paper. So I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna get some water so I can make sure that I'm hydrated going into tomorrow. I don't think I need a snack, but I am cold. I was going to play in my Christmas planner, but at this point, I'm mentally checked out. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just go watch a Christmas movie. I think that's probably my best bet because I don't want, like I said, I don't want to read the book because I'm saving it for tomorrow. It's Tuesday and it's Tuesday evening. I'm home from work. I've got a little kitten taking a bath on me. I had a great day at work. I love the kids. I was in for a teacher that I've been in for her already this year quite a bit, over this last few weeks. So I was very excited to see them again. Most of them knew I was coming, but a couple of them didn't realize that I was going to be the sub. And the faces, for the ones that didn't know it was me, like, oh, it was so cute. They were excited. I got home and I got changed, obviously. I like to be comfortable, so I got changed. Although today we were able to wear jeans into work, because they have like, every Tuesday is like a special like theme type thing for the school. So they get to wear jeans. Jeans are not my favorite, but I didn't want to not wear jeans and like stick out. So sneakers too. So I wore my jeans and my sneakers. Got home and I ended up falling asleep on the couch. He climbed onto me and he was like snuggled like right here, and I fell asleep. And Lenny is now with Evelyn at power training. So I figured I was going to be taking her, but I guess because I was asleep, he took her. I did wake up, so I would have been fine to take her, but I slept a little bit more. I'm still not entirely awake, but since it is like 6-ish, yeah, it's after 6, and I have not checked in yet for today. I wanted to. I did get a little bit more read in this, and that's what I actually originally did. I didn't come over here to take a nap. I sat down so I could read. Hi, baby boy. And I was reading some more of this, but then I started dozing while I was reading. So I had to stop. Like, look, I have very little left. So I would like to finish reading that tonight, but we'll see if I'm able to stay awake enough. I got home and I made myself a latte too, like a chai latte, because I have the powdered stuff, but it still was not enough caffeine. Joss is logging on for her lesson now. Dominic came home and changed into his pajamas right away, so being comfortable is the thing. So that's gonna be it for right now. I have no idea what else is gonna be happening today. I know I need to eat dinner. I was considering making pancakes, but I don't know if I'm gonna be up for it, so we'll see. It's Wednesday and I'm home from work. I only work the morning, and it was actually busier than I was expecting because one of the periods was planning and then the other period was lunch. And since I was only working a half a day, I didn't need lunch, and I'm just a sub, so I don't need a planning period. So the actual teacher I was in for had 2 classes for first and second period, and then I got moved to another classroom for third and fourth period. Yeah. And of course, the program that the school uses for the kids was down, which was okay in my original classroom, but in the other classroom, it wasn't okay because their assignment was all on that program. Thankfully, the teacher left a handful of paper copies, but not enough. So one of the other teachers was able to make copies for me during class time. So it ended up being okay. Since I didn't have any time off, I did not get to finish this book during the day, but I finished it when I got home. I just finished it. I hated it. Hated it. I gave it 2 stars, and that might have been too much. But I was trying to not let my anger do the star rating. So the main characters are a married couple who have a 23-year-old, something like that, mid-20-year-old daughter who is going away for Christmas, and it's her first Christmas not home. So the married couple is like in their 50s, mid-50s maybe, or late 50s. And they decide, hey, our daughter is gone for Christmas. Let's go on a cruise. Which seems all right, but like the wife is against it and is just like berating the husband throughout the whole book about how stupid of an idea it is and that she doesn't want to go. And she's making his life miserable, and then he's going out of his way to make her life miserable, and she's talking to him the whole time about like how he is just so incompetent and can't do anything. And the neighbors are appalled that this family is going on their vacation, and they end up like trespassing and doing all of this stuff and harassing this couple for not celebrating Christmas this year. And so also they are not happy with the fact that their daughter is now dating someone from Peru, and like or engaged to. And the first thing that they say is like how upset they are that he's going to be dark-skinned. So that was uncomfortable. So yeah, hated the characters. I absolutely hated the main characters. I don't understand why they were still together. Like they seem to hate each other, the married couple. So I'm just happy that it's done. I wanted to read a Christmas book. I don't have any other Christmas books on my shelf. So I was like, I'm just going to read this. And it says that it's supposed to be like the synopsis. A classic tale for modern times, Skipping Christmas offers a hilarious look at the chaos and frenzy that have become part of our holiday tradition. None of it was funny. None of it. So I got to pick something else off of my shelf. I'm going to be, ooh, you know what? I could actually go with my nonfiction. There it is. So that's, oh, there goes my books. So I have this that I had gotten. So I might read this next instead. A History of the World in 6 Classes. So I have been like really, every time I've gone into Barnes & Noble and they had like those micro history tables, I've been drawn to it. Because like I'm a history nerd. I love history. So I actually think this is going to be the next one that I read. The only thing is I'm not going to be able to bring this into school with me, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. Because like the very first line on the back cover, beer, wine, spirits, coffee, tea, and Coca-Cola. Yes, that's him. So in Tom Standage's deft, innovative account of world history, these 6 beverages turn out to be much more than just ways to quench thirst. They also represent 6 eras that span the course of civilization, from the adoption of agriculture to the birth of cities to the advent of globalization. A History of the World in 6 Classes tells the story of humanity from the Stone Age to the 21st century through each epoch's signature refreshment. As Standage persuasively argues, each drink is, in fact, a kind of technology, advancing culture and catalyzing the intricate interplay of different societies. After reading this enlightening book, you may never look at your favorite drink in quite the same way again. So yeah, this might be the next one that I read. And then I think what I'll do, because I'm going to want to bring something with me for school. So I'm going to have to pick out a fiction. And I'm kind of torn on Wildwood Magic and All the Light We Cannot See, which is a book that I bought multiple of because I didn't have a good way of keeping track of books I actually owned. So I was at Barnes & Noble and it was on the buy one, get one half off table. So I grabbed it and another book so I could get 1.5 price. And then a couple weeks later, that table drew me in again, and I grabbed the book, brought it home, and then realized I had the book already. So yeah, I'm either going to go with that one or, oh, but then I also have a bakery in Paris. I don't know. I'm going to make a decision and then I'll come back. I'm going to stop laboring over the choice over here in this clip. It is 2 something. I don't know. My Fitbit doesn't want to turn on. I asked Evelyn before I left for work this morning if she wanted me to pick her up from school and take her right to her strength training, or if she wanted to come home on the bus. And she told me. I don't remember. I don't remember if I'm supposed to pick her up from school or if she's coming home on the bus. So I'm just going to go when it's time to pick her up, because I would rather be there and be wrong than leave her stranded. I mean, the school is like literally 2 minutes away. I mean, like I can see the building from my development. So it's not that far away, but the bus route, by the time it would drop her off, it will have been a half an hour from the time that I could have picked her up. She likes riding the bus though, because she gets to see her friends. So, but I think she's kind of realizing, like, if I just go right to strength training, then I end up with more time to myself at the end of the day. So hopefully I'm not wrong and she is there waiting for me and I don't look like a fool just sitting in car line and not a single kid coming to my car to get in. That would be embarrassing. I ended up going and picking up Evie from school. And it was a good thing that I erred on that side of things, because yes, I was supposed to pick her up. So that was good. That was good. I made the right choice. However, I did forget to pack her snacks. So she has the earliest lunch period. Her lunch period starts like basically at 11 a.m. She gets out at like about 3:30. So she needs to eat a snack in the car ride to the gym so that she's not working out on an empty stomach. I've mentioned this before. And then when she gets into the car, she has to have a protein shake, because with all the exercising she does, the coach, I guess that's what we call him, the coach, wants the kids to drink their protein shakes within 15 minutes of ending their workout. And we wouldn't be home in time for her to drink it at home, so we need to pack it. So didn't have that, so I had to stop by the house on our way here, grab food and her protein shake, and then come here. I did end up picking a book. I'm going with the nonfiction. I figure this will be a nice little palate cleanser. And then after I finish it, I will figure out if I want to go with one of those historical fictions, because A Bakery in Paris and All the Light We Cannot See, I think that was the name of it. You know the one I'm talking about, though, from the last clip. Those are both historical fiction. And then Wildwood Magic is fantasy. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with one of the historical fictions. I did bring down Wildwood Magic to read, but I changed my mind to go with the nonfiction. I think I'm going to do a historical fiction after this one, because I don't want to get into the fantasy book until it's closer to Christmas, because I'm planning on starting Crescent City for vacation, like for winter break over Christmas, because I have Crescent City 2 on my Christmas list, and there's a gift under the tree that eerily feels similar to a book. So whether it's Crescent City 2 or not, I don't know. If it's even a book, I'm not sure. I'm just making an assumption on this, because there were a couple of books that were on my list, but the others I think were only in hardback. And this one was a paperback, so I don't know. But Lenny and Jocelyn have access to my Goodreads, because they are on Goodreads too. So they know the things that I want, and I have the playlist, the list of bookshelf, that's what it's called, of books that I already own, so they can see. So yeah, that's what's going on for all of this. I'm going to get back to this. So there's 6 drinks in in here. So it's beer, wine, spirits, coffee, tea, and Coca-Cola. So each drink has 2 chapters. So it's only 12 chapters. It's, you know, it's pretty thick, but nowhere near as thick as the books I've been reading lately. So I should be able to get through this pretty easily and still have time to read one more book before Christmas. That's my goal. I don't know. We'll see. Well, it is Thursday evening, and when I say evening, I mean it is almost 9 o'clock at night. Rowan is losing his mind over a nerve bullet. Oh my god. Where's he? Oh yeah, now he knows that he's being recorded. So today I worked the whole day, and I got home and then immediately had to take Jocelyn to her internship. Yeah, so I was probably slept. Went and got her, and then when I got home, Lenny had put up some more of our outdoor Christmas stuff. Yeah, so it was when I went to go and pick her up, he put out more of the Christmas inflatables. So I was really excited because I wasn't gone very long from picking her up. So yeah, today was just a really long day, and I'm exhausted. I had packed an empty travel mug an empty travel mug full. I took an empty travel mug and I put some scoops of the chai powder mix that I like into the mug, and my plan was to make that over lunch, and then I never did. So I'm dragging, I'm tired. Oh yeah, so Evelyn, poor thing, she was sick this morning, so she stayed home from school, and I ended up taking Dami with me when I went to school. But yeah, that's basically it. We had a very, very low-key, lazy night, and we're gonna be going to bed early, just waiting for Rowan to settle down. So since it is Thursday, this is the last clip of the video. So tomorrow we have some big plans, so I'm excited. You'll have to watch in the next vlog for what we're doing and everything, and how it goes. So I'm excited. But that is going to do it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on any of my other videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bro, I have script. And we set it up. My nose is so itchy. I think it's cat fur. Don't stand on the switch, little boy. Don't push my buttons. I can't do more than one thing at once, apparently. I don't want it in landscape. Landscape? Bit more. It's Wednesday. What the hell is with this hair? Literally every time I turn the camera at him, he stops. What did I even do? Oh, did I fall asleep? I can't wait till I'm editing and have to edit out all of these yawns. Oh.